I'm Christine Caton in the Prior Learning Assessment Program at Marylhurst University, and today I am speaking to Donna Gentry, who is a communication major, and she has just submitted her final portfolio for 36 credits. Fabulous, fabulous. Congratulations, Donna.
Thank you. I'm smiling so hard because that was something.
Tell us what topics you wrote for in PLA.
The topics that I wrote for all had to do with communications, of course, because it's my major, for one thing. And they also were topics that support what I do currently. I facilitate workshops. So I teach adults. So I wrote for adult learning, instructional design, leadership skills, team building. Listening, nonverbal communication, all of those things support what I do right now, as does humor. I also wrote for humor.
Great, great. So these all are things that you wrote about that you can work with and are working with on a daily basis.
They enhance what I do right now.
Okay, that's wonderful. What was the most satisfying essay for you to write?
Humor. I do stand-up comedy, so the humor was the thing that spoke to my soul. I mean, I really think that a lot of companies, a lot of corporations don't understand the necessity for humor in the workplace. And there was a time when this was tamped down, and I remember that time. And so it was really fun to start the PLA process and see that humor, the use of humor in communication, the positive uses of humor in communication, and the benefits of humor was actually a topic that I could write on. So that was really exciting.
Tell us some of the benefits that you think are part of writing for PLA.
The benefits about this are tenfold, I mean thousandfold. The reason being is, as I said earlier, this enhances what I already do for a living, so facilitating workshops. And you know, I was waddling along just fine facilitating workshops, but my depth of knowledge was just so far. You know, I would facilitate the workshops, design the workshops, and deliver the workshops, but my knowledge only went so far. Each paper I wrote drilled deeper into each discipline, each subject matter, and really enhanced, it just gave me so much more knowledge about adult learning design. I knew what I was doing, I knew that I was training adults, I knew that I was delivering information to adults, but I didn't know that adults require completely different motivators than young learners. I didn't have the kind of theory behind it that I needed, and I can't wait to go forward and start facilitating with all of this information in my toolbox now.
What were some of the challenges that you faced, and how did you manage them?
It's a lot of thinking and writing, and if you want to do, needless to say, it's a lot of thinking and writing. And I was taking other classes. The one thing that I would say was the biggest challenge was that I was terrified of writing for the research class at the same time as taking PLA. And as a result,
Why?
Because I thought it was going to be a mental shift that was going to be incredibly difficult. So I didn't write for PLA the quarter that I was taking the research, and I think that the research class. And I think that's a really good strategy, because it's a completely different skill set. Writing for WR323 is a completely different skill set from PLA. PLA really calls on your experience and your knowledge of your own knowledge and expressing that. You do some research on it, but then you have to express in your own terms what this is about, and you have to demonstrate that that this knowledge is with you, that and that I've done this and I understand it, and here's how I can show that I understand it. The research was completely different, so I was able to gear my brain up. And you do get some burnout on this. I mean, 12 papers are a lot of papers, and as I said, to you on many occasions, I'm going to die, I can't believe I can't do this. And you would talk me off the ledge, and I would go back into my office.
I think there were several ledges.
And I would try again. So I think it gets overwhelming because you start questioning yourself, and every now and then I think you have a crisis of confidence because it's work. And I think you get a little tired, but you're all the staff here is so supportive, and you are all here to see us through this process. And I think without that, a lot of us would not have made it. So thank you.
Do you have any tips for other students to be successful in PLA?
Yes. As soon as you decide what you're going to write about, gather your sources. Get your books together, get your articles together, get your journals that you're going to take information from, get those things together and have them lined up. Be incredibly organized, because you will hit, anytime you're writing, you're going to get writer's block, and you are going to hit a wall on occasion. And it's nice to have all of that lined up so that when you do hit that wall, you don't have to scramble for the stuff that you could have had lined up in the beginning. Get a proofreader. I had a proofreader in the beginning, and I didn't keep my proofreader, and I should have kept my proofreader because that made my job a lot easier. I was able to focus on the writing and then deliver a really polished product at the end. And so I would say have a proofreader, a second set of eyes. I tried reading out loud to myself, I tried all of it, and I still had the occasional blip.
Maybe you're just too close to it.
Yes, because you know what you want it to say, and so your eyes will go right past the blip on the page, the wrong words on the page. You'll say them out loud even.
Understand one? Any other tips?
Have fun with this. Honestly, there were many times, I know we talk about the challenges of it and the benefits, but this was also fun. If you are curious about the world at all, and if you like learning about yourself, this is a process and a half that has enhanced my life so much. My self-worth, my commitment to myself, doing that chronologue early on in PLA really showed me the depth and breadth of my experience in this world, and the good that I have done and the good that I will do. It helped me see the good that I want to do in the future. So be curious, have some fun with it. They're good things, fun things can be had from this. And you read about things, you discover things, and you go, I never knew that about so-and-so. I didn't know that this was written by, it's great.
You've done an excellent job. You've earned 36 credits that have brought you to graduation this June, and congratulations, Donna. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you for seeing me through it.
You're welcome.